All right, Tim. Well, obviously, with the help that you've had on special teams, I kind of want to start there and what you saw out of these guys today. The fact that there's 2 block punts and then 1 block field goal. What did it mean to you to see the special teams really step up?
Well, from Coach Schaefer on down, from the beginning of camp, we've invested in special teams with time in the meeting room, with time in practice, with the personnel we put out there. We put our best players out there. And the kids have really taken hold of extra meeting time and extra practice time and took advantage of some things that we saw on film that we really liked. And they executed today with great effort. As much as we feel like we've got really good players out there in special teams, maybe more this year than ever. And we executed full steam. We got a chance to make some plays.
Junior college kid like Darius Kelly coming in. What can you say about him and how he's evolved a little bit here in the last few games to kind of start things off?
It'll be special teams and the defense with Darius. The more reps and the more time he gets, the kid's a phenomenal athlete. And we've got to find ways to get him on the field more and more. And Darius has to do his part of investing off the field and the meeting time and the practice. But Darius is a dynamic football player. He can run and hit. And if he puts it all together, we're going to be good in the next year and a half.
That second block, Eric Kroom, being, as Coach said,
about that for a long time.
A 5'8" guy, I believe that Coach Schaefer said, and he was surprised. He said the ball must have been low when he blocked it.
Yeah, the only guy in the room shorter than me. We had our defense on the field because it was 4th and short, and they just kind of opened up for Eric. I told him he must be ready, and opened up, and he said, "Coach, let me block that." I said, "Okay." Be smart because we really want to stay off the punter in that situation.
You said that you won't live it down for a while. What did he say to you after?
Oh, Coach, I'm an athlete. I said, "Oh, okay." We know what Eric looks like, and he's a big smile, high energy guy. So I'm happy for him. And I'll have to watch on the D-line for sure a few times. Let him have fun with it.
And then as far as the field goal block, on a guy like Cairo Santos, with everything that he's been able to do, he had 26 straight before that. What did it mean to you to see not only that field goal block, but to do it on somebody who has obviously good personnel in front of him?
Well, that was a unit we hadn't been real happy with, to be quite honest with you. We've taken a lot of pride in that unit over the years. We called some kids out, and we put in maybe a different block for these guys this week. And I thought we had a chance. And we thought he was a phenomenal kicker. I think they've had some personnel changes on their side. And we were able to exploit some things.
Was that Robert Welsh on that block?
I don't believe it was. Was it John Raymond?
Because it was kind of difficult to see who had their hands up there.
John Raymond sure celebrated like it was him. And I was on to the next special team snap, so I don't know. They're probably arguing about it right now.
As far as a guy like Robert Welsh, when you see him go down, I mean, how important is he to this defense? Because we've talked about his evolution and his ability to get to the quarterback, also obviously intercept the pass this year so far. So what's it like to potentially not have him?
Well, we'll see what happens out there. He's in good spirits right now, and we'll see what happens. Robert's a motor guy. He's a role model guy, so your heart drops right away when you see that. What Robert will tell you, too, is my role is to protect the rest of the program and get the next guy ready, and we did that as fast as possible. And if Robert is down for whatever amount of time, we'll see whatever it is. Hopefully he's ready for Clemson, but other guys, this disguises opportunity for other guys. And Robert will do everything he can to get back and help us.
When you get a week off in between and you have Reddish go down and then you also have a guy like Robert Welsh go down, you're never happy to see an injury, but are you more happy that it happened now?
I mean, we must be living right because those things. Bam is Brandon Reddish. Bam, as we call him, he is a key component of this football team. He's a starter on defense. He's on almost every special team. So we'll give him a little rest. We'll see how they feel tomorrow. Listen to the trainers and the doc, and get ready for Clemson, whoever's ready to go.
And then as far as your defensive line, Zeke's been getting in a lot, Isaiah Johnson. What can you say about his reps and what you've seen from him so far?
We've been really, really fortunate the way the offense has put some points up. And been able to get him out there in meaningful situations. So when we get into ACC play, it's not the kid's first time out there. So, there's been good and there's been bad. We playing harder and harder and harder. And that's what I preach on him to do. So, we got to continue to mature, and I need to coach him really hard and get him in the right spot. He might tell you I'm all over that. It's tough love.
2-2, you guys lose 2 on the road, but you get 2 at home. What does it mean to this team to get back to that point where now you're even going into the ACC?
Well, I think there's a confidence in that locker room. I think there's a confidence in both sides of the ball. When we do what we're supposed to do, we can be a pretty good football team. And it's all about us and not necessarily our part. So there's some confidence in there. When we execute on both sides of the ball, we got a chance. So it's exciting moving forward here in the ACC, and we'll be tested big time.
You're a high motor guy. You don't hold back any words or anything that you want to say to the team. You're very upfront with them and obviously push them as hard as you can. Clemson's coming in eventually. They'll be in after that bye week. What do you see in that game? And I'm going to ask you if you believe that Syracuse can do it, which I know your answer is yes. But what do you think about Clemson and this type of opponent and the team that you have right now?
Well, I watched a little bit of the game the other night on television. It ruined my dinner, so I turned it off. And those guys can fly.
Yeah.
Those kids can fly. So we're going to have to be on top of our P's and Q's. And, you know, our good players are going to have to play well to give us a chance. But I certainly think, you know, if we execute in the three phases of the game, we can't lose the kicking game. We can't lose on defense. And we got to execute. And we'll be challenged coming to this dome. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great environment here that we haven't seen in a long time. So I'm looking forward to it.
And lastly, Rob Edson, what did he mean to you, not only as what he did athletically, but as a person? He's touched a lot of lives, touched my life. What did he mean to you?
I mean, Rob and Sue, and I know you were there at the service, and it was really a testament. That's who they are as people. Their son's a phenomenal young man, does a great job. I've gotten to know Rob through Sue and through Coach Marone, and just really his outlook on life is phenomenal. The times I spent with Rob and his perspective on things, and I know he was over at OCC, but I was able to reach out to him over the phone the last couple of years, and he would do anything for this program and these kids, and it really says a lot about Rob, what you're about, and the way Sue, gosh darn, our kids love Sue and her kids, and the way they turned out, and the compassion they show, and I can see in their eyes, and they really wanted to win this game. It was talked about every single day this week, and then before the game, and after the game, and at halftime, winning number 2 for Sue and her kids. I'm extremely proud of the way our kids use it as a motivating factor, because Rob has definitely left his imprint on this program.